Hey, Jason Gerald here for Big Lake Visions. I've been sick this weekend and I really didn't want to do this video. I didn't really want to keep my meetings that I had scheduled today. I mean, you can kind of hear it in my voice. I'm all mouth breathing and so I apologize for that. But we're going to roll with it. Um, it would have been much easier to stay home and get some rest, but I chose not to because hungry people just don't rest. They keep pushing forward even when the conditions are less than ideal or it's incredibly tough. But I managed. So I met and spoke with several people this week that are stuck in a rut or kind of in a place where they're trying to figure out whether or not to take a risk. And they're, for the most part, pretty afraid to take that risk. It's I'm familiar with that feeling. It's like crawling up to the edge and looking down and going, "Whoa, no, 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 no." Your natural instincts take over. Your brain kicks in and says, "You gotta stop doing this. Back up, back up. This is not safe." And our brains are programmed that way. It's just natural. The brain is supposed to keep us safe and keep us from taking risks. And some people are afraid of what their friends and their family and even their enemies would think of them if they step out of their comfort zone, if they try something new. So, for those of you who are stepping out of your comfort zone, you must be aware of the dream killers in life. The dream killers are the people who will try to talk you out of your pursuit of passion or your visions. And many times, unfortunately, those people are our friends or our family members. And oddly enough, they themselves have no goals or visions of their own, so their advice or their opinions really carry no weight. I mean, they're the last people on earth that should be giving us advice on what to do in our situations, especially when they've never made any leaps of faith on their own. Just keep in mind that you're creating your own path. You're creating your own future. And if you're at the top of the food chain in your circle of friends, I know this is going to sound cold and wrong, but you need to find a new set of friends. Get some friends who are doing better than you are so that you can learn from them and you can use them to encourage you to do better and become more successful. You need to set a new standard for yourself and pay no attention to that fear inside. Believe me, facing that fear is far less frightening than the thought of lying on your deathbed and wondering, what if? What if I would have done that? What if I would have pursued that career? What if I would have taken those classes? What if I would have, shifted which direction I was going, but I didn't because I was too afraid of what people would think? One of my favorite quotes is, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. If you cannot grow, you cannot do your best. If you cannot do your best, you cannot be happy. And if you cannot be happy, then what else is there? Have a vision for more.